An explosion on the field and a question looming over the AFC. Have the Kansas City Chiefs just found a formula to disarm Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? The atmosphere in Kansas City is pure energy at every practice. The sound of helmets hitting pads, the coach's shouts, Patrick Mahomes' focused gaze. Everything exudes purpose. On the other side, an opponent in crisis, trying to find its feet before facing the NFL's most consistent team. In the kingdom of the Chiefs, confidence isn't just lip service, it's DNA. On the sidelines at Arrowhead Stadium, Chris Jones, the beating heart of the Kansas City Chiefs defense, spoke before practice and made it clear Charles Omenihu is becoming one of the team's most dangerous weapons. He has 2.0 sacks in consecutive weeks. We need to keep him on that trend, keep his spirits high and his mind positive. Charles can play defensive end or defensive tackle, and when he puts his head on straight, he's a force of nature. Jones said with that firm tone, a leader that inspires the entire locker room. He knows a man whose versatility could be the difference maker mid-season, and especially in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Jones didn't forget to praise the man behind the Chiefs' perfect defensive machine. Defensive line coach Joe Cullen is our running game coordinator, and he's been putting us in the right position to capitalize on plays. When you do that every week, you start to recognize what's coming, he explained. This familiarity, this level of synchronicity, is what turns a good defensive group into a nearly unstoppable machine. And in 2025, this Kansas City defensive unit has been playing with discipline and hunger, the hallmarks of a champion. But what makes all this even more interesting is the contrast with the current situation of their next opponent, the Buffalo Bills. Former running back Damien Harris, who ended his career in 2023 with the Bills, spoke with Chiefs Wire's Ed Easton Jr. and sounded a red flag for Buffalo fans. I absolutely think it's a concern. When I look at the Bills, they're losing for the same reasons they were successful, their reliance on Josh Allen, he stated. According to Harris, the team has become predictable. For years that worked, but now it's not working. Defenses have evolved. Opposing coaches are professionals paid to prevent Josh Allen from winning games, and that's what they're doing. Harris's words sound almost prophetic. He cited consecutive losses to the New England Patriots and Atlanta Falcons, two teams that managed to contain Allen with a simple, physical plan. The problem is that the Bills' offense has become one-dimensional. Where's James Cook? He started the season as one of the most productive running backs, but in the last 2 weeks, his ground game has disappeared, he criticized. The former player also pointed to the decline in performance of the defense, once one of the team's strengths. Buffalo has always had a cohesive secondary. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Matt Milano, Tre'Davious White, they played together for years. Now it's a young, inexperienced defense. This fragility is exactly the kind of weakness the Kansas City Chiefs know how to exploit. With a defensive line that blends power and intelligence, Chris Jones' men can turn pressure into chaos for the opponent. And Jones knows this. He senses the moment. We have to keep Charles in good spirits and continue to build his confidence. He could be a great asset for us in the long run, he repeated. It's the kind of phrase that carries more than encouragement. It's an inner prophecy. While Damien Harris pointed out the flaws of his former team, he revealed the secret to beating them. What the Patriots and Falcons did was simple. They pounded Josh Allen from the first drive. They sent a message. They didn't try to completely shut him down, but they limited his confidence. When he feels contact, he becomes Clark Kent instead of Superman, he explained. This interpretation fits perfectly with the Kansas City defense's physical style. The plan is clear. Attack early, control the rhythm, suffocate the quarterback. On the practice field in Missouri, the atmosphere is one of absolute focus. Patrick Mahomes watches the defense work, gesturing to defensive teammates, adjusting plays, absorbing energy. Chris Jones commands the linemen like a general in training. Charles Omenihu explodes during reps. The line screams. Joe Cullen vibrates. Every movement is studied. The mindset is the same, prepared to dismantle the Bills piece by piece. And the numbers reinforce this confidence. With Omenihu on the field, the Chiefs' defense has reduced its average rushing yards allowed per game and increased its sack and pressure rates. Jones' presence in the middle forces the opposing offense to double team, opening up space for his teammates to shine. The balance is nearly perfect. Meanwhile, the Bills arrive in Kansas City without Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and an overwhelmed Josh Allen. The contrast between a cohesive team and one in crisis is stark. Behind the scenes, the cultural difference is also evident. In Buffalo, frustration and doubt dominate interviews. In Kansas City, unity and confidence guide every press conference. Jones doesn't just speak like a star, he speaks like a leader. He protects the group, values his teammates, and keeps the locker room motivated. This chemistry is what separates champions from contenders. And that's why Chiefs Kingdom believe the team can return to the Super Bowl. While analysts talk stats, fans feel something else. Energy. In every snap, every tackle, there's a vibe that only those who've been at Arrowhead understand. Damien Harris may have said the Bills are predictable, but what he might not realize is that the Chiefs are reinventing themselves. If they were once the team with Mahomes and Kelce's explosive offense, today they're the model of NFL 2025 balance. Dominant defense, intelligent offense, and a winning mentality that infects the entire locker room. Week 9 isn't just another game on the schedule. It's a symbol. It's the moment the AFC can change course. If Kansas City wins with authority, the message will be clear. The throne remains occupied. Chris Jones looks says it all. Focus, discipline, ambition. Omenihu has enjoyed his best moments since joining the franchise. Joe Cullen is fine-tuning the tactical details. And Mahomes, with his calm demeanor, seems ready to write another chapter in the dynasty. The Chiefs' defense is now the beating heart of the franchise. With every sack, every hit, it reminds the world that excellence isn't accidental. It's built day after day through the sweat of practice, team unity, and the mindset of those who know that nothing less than a title matters. Explosion on the field. The roar of the fans echoes throughout Arrowhead. The sun sets over the stadium, dyeing the sky red and gold. It's the sound of a team that knows who it is, knows where it wants to go, and knows exactly what it needs to do to get there. Now, I want to hear from you. Is this Kansas City Chiefs defense the best of the Mahomes era? Will the Kingdom silence Josh Allen once again and show who's boss in the AFC? Comment below, like if you believe in this roster, and subscribe to follow me on this journey. Because at the end of the day, the Kansas City Chiefs aren't just a team. They're a mindset. They're a legion. They're the beating heart of a kingdom that never sleeps.